entryway, new materials throughout the whole lobby space, create some new bathrooms, because right now our bathroom count's a little low for current codes. So it'll upgrade to ADA access, all that kind of stuff. Once you get into the performance space, we're going to provide new carpeting, new flooring. We have an alternate for new seating, new curtains that are an alternate, new lighting for the space. Basically, a once-over. First and foremost, correcting the water intrusion issues. Right now, we have kind of some wall damage on the interior, so that's kind of where it all started. And I'm going to show you a quick video, and I may pause it. We have finishes last week. Mr. Patton, Dr. Langford, and Ms. Clanton all came down to my office because we have all the samples at our office. So it was kind of like fun, pick your finish day. But we prepared a finished board here, and I'll walk you through it. This side is basically all your flooring options. You have carpet in your seating area that brings in the blue color. We have LVT flooring that's also in the seating area. Kind of the main walkways are this more durable vinyl. And then we have a mix of this and this in the front lobby. These are bathroom tiles, floor tiles. I mean, real nice. We're gonna redo all the floors. All the walls will have wall tile on them, so easy to clean. Really upscale look in all your bathrooms. Partitions, toilet partitions. And then the paint scheme incorporates blues, grays, and kind of a light tone. But what it does, and you'll see from the video, hopefully it shows through fairly well, it kind of cleans up kind of the whole appearance of the auditorium for the public, because this is one of the buildings, this and the gym are one of the buildings that most of the public go into. They see day to day. So again, we're going to go through it. I'll kind of walk you through it. So as soon as we hit play here, you'll probably hear some birds chirping. I'll put some interesting audio files in this, but if we pause that, this change right here to this front entry, as you know, when you walk into it now, the windows go the entire lobby. We're going to take some of that in, and you're still going to have two double doors coming into the space. But by reducing it, it buys us the square footage in the lobby to put in the bathrooms we need to meet the current codes and whatnot. So you kind of walk in through the front lobby here, and what used to be the water fountain in the trophy case you see on the far wall, we've kind of blanked that off for more of a signage opportunity. So it says Bruce Auditorium, and on either side of the lobby here, flanking, the bathrooms are essentially in the same location. We just took over the storage closets that next to them to kind of expand it. We have a wood ceiling in this space, kind of brings in a lot of warmth. So this facade faces the main roadway in front of Bruce. So at nighttime, if you have the lights on, it's going to be really warm and kind of give you kind of a focal point for the campus, which would be really nice. Those are the existing wood doors. We're not touching those wood doors because they're gorgeous the way they are. We'll probably clean them up a little bit, make sure the hinges are working properly, but everything seems to be functional on those doors, so we're keeping those to go into the auditorium space. Go ahead. And don't mind our models, they're just in the way. But you come through kind of these doorways and you're going to get into the auditorium, and we'll kind of talk about, from this space, we'll pause for mine. So this part under the seats will all be carpet, and that's the part of the square you see in front of you. And then these walkway areas will all be the LVT. So your highest traffic areas, kind of easier to maintain. We're going to repaint all the walls in here after we repair them, put in new lighting in the ceiling. But the ceiling stays, the existing ceiling is in fairly good condition. It's going to stay. There's an open space under the stage that we're going to close off with wood. And that's where we get to this finish right here. That finish, it looks like solid wood, but it's micro perforated, and it kind of has a sound deadening effect, so you won't catch an echo in this space. So with the ceiling and the carpet and this wall panel that you'll see in a minute, when we turn around, you'll see it on the back wall. Kind of really help you control acoustics in there, so you have a little more sound performance out of the room. Of course, we have an alternate for all new seating. Our base bid option is to remove the seating, put in all the new flooring, and put the seating back. But with our alternate, we're trying to get the seats with every third seat to have a tray, so you can do testing in there if needs be. That way they're all staggered. They skip a row too, so you have a row with seating with the arm trays, and then you skip a row, and then so it's really secure for testing, state testing type stuff. So it's kind of dual purpose the room now.
The ceiling, you said you're not replacing that.
That's true.
So aesthetically, it's going to look okay. I mean,
yeah, the ceiling looks really good here, but this is the weird thing. It looks really good right now, but everything else doesn't. And the second you repaint everything, you could be like, look up and be like, oh man, I wish we'd have done that. And we talked about that at the meeting. And it all comes down to strictly price. I think that's a really easy thing to add in on the bid line. Say if we had 2x4 tiles for the whole room, how much would it cost to replace them all? That way on bid day, if it comes in favorable for the district, you could just go ahead and replace them and do it. Not a bad idea, and we all discussed that. So I'm sorry I said that wrong. In the base bid we're not, but we were going to have an alternate to address that. Because you're right. The second you repaint everything, and you've been in rooms where you've done that, and you're like, oh man, that ceiling, you know. So same thing. And you know, the curtains been there for 40 something years. They had a good run. You know, gonna try to replace those as well. Really, if you think about it, from the stage back, we're not doing much, and from the doors out, we're not doing much. Now, the door to the left goes to the part of the building that has been mothballed, lack of a better term. We're still going to maintain that as egress because we need to for the amount of people.
What?
Egress.
Okay.
Yeah, just emergency exiting.
Right.
And the way we're going to do that is in this project, we're going to build temporary partitions so you can go through that door, but you can't get to the rest of the building just from the safety because it's, you know, there's broken glass in there and all kinds of stuff. So, but you can still exit through the right just like you can now. It goes right next to the storage room and out. So, yeah, and you know, one good thing is the project will replace all the windows on the sides here. Replace all the windows. We're going to fix the gutters. The gutters are a main source of the water infiltration problem right now. So we're going to fix that, and you know, the exterior. As far as exterior work, you know, we have one option to clean it up and patch the areas that need to be patched. But the other option is to actually go back with either a true stucco system or an EFIS system on the outside to make it look a lot cleaner than it does now. So, but yeah, you can go ahead and forward on. And then we'll just talk through it as it runs now. But you know, we kind of have an interesting, little different color scheme in there. There's currently right now everything's kind of a yellow because they have a vinyl wall covering on the wall on the inside, which we're going to remove because it contracts moisture in the wall system, and we don't want that. We want it to diffuse in or out, so we're going to try to correct that. I wish I had caught it right when you look back to the back wall. Right now they have this green carpet that's on the wall that's used for sound deadening, and we're going to take all that green carpet down and just put this wood wall system up. It looks really high class. It's not that expensive, but it really does kill the reverb off the back of the room. You see right there, so those large openings in the drywall there, that would all be wood. You know, it feels like wood. It is wood. That's wood veneer, but really nice. So,
Tell them about the sound.
the sound booth right there in the middle. Right now,
Right now it's got that
yeah.
thing in the corner.
Yeah, right now in the right corner, it has this wood paneling, kind of boothable residential window. We're going to take all that out and try to return the space back to its normal shape. But we're going to take one row out the back and build a platform that's not an actual room. It's just a platform with a tabletop counter, and so you can do all your sound controls from there. A little bit nicer of a thing. I don't know where I got that audio from, but it really gets you in the atmosphere of the space. So, but yeah, so this is our new bathroom entrance. You're gonna come, it's gonna fly around really quick here. But we're gonna retile, we're actually gonna tile up as high as the partitions there. New fixtures, the whole room will be brand new. We're taking all the existing walls down to nothing and starting over, basically the bathrooms. Because that's really kind of your main problem right now is over that bathroom right there, and that's more of a roof issue than a building wall issue. So that's pretty much it. So it's a lot of work, and we've been kind of kicking it around for a few months now, trying to whittle it down to what we need. So
How many seats are in that auditorium? 299.
that's right.
349.
It's 349. It's 349.
349.
Yeah, you know, the current codes you gotta do, if we had 350, we'd have to have an additional water closet, and we literally can't fit it in the building right now, so we had to keep it at 349.
Is there any plumbing in the ceiling above that wood ceiling there? And is there any?
There's some pipes up there now currently, yes, they go from one bathroom to the other. But that wood ceiling, you just poke it up and do whatever you need to do to it.
Is audio included in this quote?
No, sir,
There's some basic in there, is it there? We know what we got a different look.
no. No, they
We have
got,
money for that.
Okay.
Sorry, it's not going to be real high tech, but Ellen Shaw went with us to pick out the color scheme, because you know that's what her specialty is. And, she felt very comfortable that we would be able to work through anything you needed extra through the community. That's what she said.
That's probably pretty fair.
What
Yeah.
about your specs on your finishes? What type, I mean, like what mill, floor?
Sure, yeah.
All of those things.
Yeah,
What
these-
brand?
yeah, these are all 20 mil wear layer. All these products are. This, I don't know the ounces per yard, but it's, they're all 20-year floors. So this comes in, 2x2 squares. It has rubber backing to it, really nice backing to it. This stuff's actually 4.5 millimeter thick. It's real thick compared to normal floors because it matches straight up with the carpet, so you don't have to have like transition strips. That's where your like source of pain always is with that kind of thing. So when we're in the auditorium, it will be thick, and then we're going to switch it down to the thinner version for when it's in the lobby because it's got to marry up to this floor. This floor is like an accent flooring.
It's gonna be like in the middle.
Yeah,
The-
kind of like how you have a
We're
square
gonna
and a
put
square here.
There'll be a border of this, with this in the middle. And then it'll transition directly into the aisleways, and that's gonna be under the,
Is this Mohawk, Shaw, Mannington,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Mohawk and Mannington.
Mohawk and Mannington?
Yeah, it's a mix of them. I believe I had them all written down right here actually.
this right
Because I
here
was
is
writing the spec earlier, so I wrote them all down. But
the tile and the floor in the back.
the carpet's Mohawk. The VCT, this one right here is also Mohawk, I believe. I have to take it off there, but the base is Tarkett, and all of this is I didn't write down the actual BPI. So all heavy duty commercial items, not anything residential for here by any means. And that kind of mimics terrazzo when it's down. Looks really good. And we've used that in lieu of terrazzo in a few projects. One in War Memorial in Jackson is getting that installed right now, and looks very good actually.
Your maintenance and upkeep on that, I mean, will be fine, but you'll have to spec all of that. How that needs to be maintained. I mean, there may be a special machine that you need
No,
to.
just wet damp mop.
Yeah, but it's not gonna cut it with the type of traffic that comes in there.
That's true. I mean, they have a pretty good amount of traffic. But I mean, we put this stuff in classrooms, so
Yeah.
classrooms have infinitely more traffic than your lobby's going to have one day every 2 months or so. You
It
know.
will definitely have to have a certain type of cleaning regimen that you're not used to.
Yeah. It does not get waxed and stripped and waxed.
No.
It's just.
I mean, it's a good product, but you're gonna have to think about to keep the aesthetics looking like it is, like you want it to look, you're gonna have to think about the maintaining of that. And so the carpet is only under the seats.
Correct.
That's right.
And I-
Seating's gonna be navy, well, this is really, this color right here.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna use an accent of it outside under the awning. We have an existing gray roof that we'll have to work with, it's a little, I don't say problematic, but we'll have to consider it because it's gray too.
You may need to refresh my memory on this. I know initially we had an issue that I think you said the quote may be much cheaper if we were able to salvage the current roof. Is that a possibility?
Well, we replaced that roof 20 years ago in October. The specification for the roof is 20 years, 6 months warranty. Okay, so we're still under warranty period for the next 9 months, and we're tracking that down now. But the problem is the roofer that did it died. The company doesn't exist anymore, so the manufacturer holds the warranty. But it'd be a lot easier to call the roofer and be like, "Hey, you got the copy of that warranty," which they don't, and it's 20 years ago, so we don't have a copy of it in our office. I checked, but we need to track that down because right now they have a water intrusion issue, which is definitely covered by the warranty, and this is what we've done. We did an assessment a couple weeks ago where we just kind of went all over that building. So the existing roof is a low slope with a parapet wall, okay? We came back 20 years ago and put a retrofit system over that, which is great until if it leaks. And if it leaks, you don't know it because it's just leaking to a bottom roof that now has a bunch of holes poked into it. So sometimes it just comes right through the holes and then you find out pretty quickly. And other times it doesn't. Other times it's out there and it causes a little pond, right? So the best I could figure is that it's leaking above that boy's bathroom. And it's leaking because if you look at the upper gutter, there's a hole in it about this much. And it's just dumping a huge volume of water on one small piece of flashing. Like as much as a downspout would discharge. It's hitting one area of flashing right there. And over time, all the sealants involved in the wall, the roof to wall have been blown out. So now when it rains, you're getting water in there. So, but you get water in there, now it's ponding up a little bit. It's probably not much, but it's enough that over time it starts seeping through that old roof system and then it gets to your boy's bathroom, okay? And now that's why we have mildew issues. So our first step, obviously, in that problem is track down that warranty because we have it and it's guaranteed watertight. It's for 20 years, 6 months. And we have a water problem, they can fix it. And they're the ones that put the gutters in. So they put the gutters in, they put the roof on. So they got it from both ways, or they should. So that's first step. And that's why I didn't talk about replacing the roof in this one. But you'll notice, I mean, it's more of an issue overall, the overall building, because everywhere there's a leak, there's a scupper that used to be there that's been covered up because the old roof is abandoned. So, you may have these little ponds happening in like 4 or 5 different locations, but the key is to correct the leak. So that's on them.